Alrighty, let's go. Welcome back into the Squishy Sport Podcast and your Warriors season preview for the NRL 2026 season. One, obviously, I am a Warriors fan. I've been looking forward to doing this one here. If you're just coming from the Dolphins season preview, lovely to have you guys here. Previewing literally all the teams. Every Tuesday I'll have two different teams coming out for the NRL 2026 season. Their preview. Last week I had Seagulls and Raiders come out. This week it'll be Dolphins and the Warriors. So going through how the Warriors sort of went this year, where they sort of finished and how many points they scored and conceded. Going through the 2026 gains and losses for them. Going through their predicted 1-17, I think, and then obviously a little bit of the rest of the squad. And then going through that draw a little bit as well, giving you my thoughts there. But let's kick on with the Warriors season preview. So obviously I am a Warriors fan, if you couldn't tell by the jersey behind. Wrong hand there, Sam. Quite a successful year, I'd say. I think I had a lot of potential. Obviously, injuries at the end did falter us a little bit. I can't complain though. Like, we finished 6th on the ladder this last year. We won 14 and lost 10. This year, if you haven't watched my ladder prediction video, make sure you go and watch it from a couple weeks ago. I had my Warriors finishing in 6th again. I do think we'll be playing finals footy and getting a home final. Honestly, I think there is definitely a ceiling for this Warriors team, but there's definitely a floor as well. I think the ceiling is a bit higher than the floor, in my opinion. Trying not to be biased I'm really not trying to be biased, but I do think just looking at the squad, really happy with the games that we got. I'm really happy with this 1-17 if we stay healthy. So, I said this year we finished 6th, won 14, lost 10. Points-wise, the attack wasn't that great. Something to work on. Scored 5-17 across the 24 rounds, finishing 12th. 12th best for the year. Last in the top 8 quite easily. Defense-wise, 5th best defense, conceding 496, so plus 21 points difference. That plus 21 points difference was the worst in the top 8 though. So did get blown out in a couple games and did win a lot of close ones as well. Coach is Andrew Webster, who is contracted to the end of 2028. Love to see it. Big fan of Andrew Webster for mine. If we look at the 2026 games, there is a few really key signings that I like that are good additions to this team. Starting off, Morgan Gannon. He's a really young guy. I think he's 21, 22, coming over from Leeds in the Super League. Plays that sort of edge, sort of lock role for the Leeds there. Now coming to this Warriors team, a bit of English young blood. I really like it. Will he get his opportunity straight away? No, I don't think so. Can he definitely in 2026? 100%. I think he'll take a little bit to sort of adjust to new NRL standard. May get put in the New South Wales Cup team to start off a little bit. Got there in the end. Another one I really like. This is probably my favorite signing Warriors have made for quite a while. And that is Alofiana Khan Pereira. Signed on until 2028. So is Morgan Gannon, sorry. AKP just never really this year got his opportunity at the Titans. I have no idea what happened there. Absolutely no idea, right? This guy, I've got to stop saying kid. This winger is one of the more talented wingers, the absolute speedsters that we have in the NRL. Scored plenty of tries for the Titans when he gets his opportunity. And I just don't know what happened this year with, Des Hasler and the Titans there. He just didn't want to play him. I'm not sure why. He'd rather start, Jaden DeGroot there. I have absolutely no reason why AKP wasn't starting on the wing consistently for the Titans. It just boggles my mind. But now he does get a really good opportunity at the Warriors to potentially start. Not sure if he'll be there in round 1. Not quite sure. But I think if he gets his opportunity, he will take it with both hands. I'm really excited. I think he could be one of the best Warriors wingers going around. Super excited about where AKP can take this team. Another key signing I really like is Hazen Mellors from South, again till 2028, 3-year contract. This kid is an absolute weapon. Kiwi, a winger as well, / center. He is an absolute weapon. I cannot wait to see if he gets his opportunity. in the NRL. He's going to tear it up in New South Wales Cup. Absolute tear it apart. He's got size, he's got footwork, he's got speed. All of the above that you sort of want with a winger. I cannot wait if he gets his opportunity in the NRL that he'll just take it with both hands. Really exciting. Really like those two signings from the Warriors there. If we look at our losses, holy dooly, our New South Wales Cup team has been absolutely torn apart, which does make sense considering how much success the New South Wales Cup team did have this year. Dominated the regular season, won New South Wales Cup, and then won the final against the Burleigh Bears, I believe it was, in that final as well. So yeah, our New South Wales Cup team has been torn apart with loss. Was it sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in our New South Wales Cup team this year who are up and coming in the NRL. Guys like Bunty Afoa, who really good player, sort of starting that first 20 minutes, and when you want that brute work. Tom Ale, a guy I really like. He's off to the Panthers. Just never really quite got his opportunity in the NRL. Toby Crosby, another guy off to the Panthers. He just didn't quite get his opportunity yet in the NRL. Kalani Going, New South Wales Cup Player of the Year. He's off to the Panthers as well. Panthers have sniped 4 of our New South Wales Cup players, which is just outrageous. A guy like Moala Graham Taufa played a couple games in the NRL this year. He's off to Souths. Ed Cossey. Look, Ed Cossey, a guy, he was a backup winger, and he's played his games for the Warriors. He is so hot and cold. So hot and cold. One of the most hot and cold players in the NRL. Freddie Lussick. Obviously we've got Sam Healy there, who I really like. Freddie Lussick is a really interesting sort of loss. I really thought they would probably try and keep Freddie Lussick, which is interesting. Setu 2, absolute killer winger for this New South Wales Cup team for the Warriors. He is a really good addition for the Dragons. I think he'll absolutely brain it at the Dragons. He is super talented. He's got size, speed, footwork as well. He's going to be immense for the Dragons. A big loss, I thought, for the Warriors. But I said, we've got Hayes and Mellis. We've got AKP coming through. So I don't mind it in a way. But if we look at I've done our best 17 along with the full squad as well. And I think we're really deep, honestly. I think, there's 30 players. I think there's 24, 25 really good, strong NRL players. If we do have an injury go down, not massively to a key position, we should be able to fill it reasonably well. So yeah, let's get started. Coming in at fullback, I'd love to see round 1. I think we've got to stop this Charles Nicoll-Klokstad experiment at fullback. I get it. He has these 300-metre games here and there, and we had that season in 2023, but since then, he just hasn't quite had it at fullback like he did in that season. It's time for Tane Torpiki to start a full season at fullback. It's just time, I think, in my opinion. Get him in there. Get him, ripping in every single week. Get him back-to-back weeks, not when he's just covering for an injury. Get him in there for a whole season. He will prove his point, and he'll be awesome, I think, at fullback. It's finally time to get Tane Torpiki. Chance, he's awesome. I think it's just time to put Tane at fullback. Chance is still in the team for me. I just think it's time for Tane Torpiki to get his opportunity at starting at fullback, round 1. Rip the Band-Aid off. Just get Tane Torpiki starting there over C&K. Your wingers, I've still gone with DWZ and Roger to start the year. This is honestly so hard. This could go either way, I think, whether Roger goes back into the centres. That means taking out one of the centres I put in there. If you want AKP starting in there, where does Dallin go from there? Dallin just hasn't quite been himself the last couple of years. Roger, really good for meters at his own end. Didn't score as many tries I would like for a winger this year. Yeah, going to be interesting to see. I said you got Hayes and Mellons and you got AKP on deck, ready to go. AKP is an awesome addition. As I said, if you get this opportunity, I will not be complaining whatsoever. In your centres, as I said, this could go anywhere as well. We are stacked at the centre position. Absolutely stacked. I've gone with Chance Nicoll-Klokstad, who is awesome at centre for the Kiwis at the Pac Championships. And I've gone Adam Pompey as well. As I said, this could go either way. I really like C&K at that centre position over fullback. I just think it's time. I think it's time to get some young blood in there. I think C&K is still a really handy addition to have in a team as a player. I think he really suits centre. Defensively, we'll see how he goes in that front line now. And then Adam Pompey, I get it. He's not as fast as what he used to be. I think he's really solid defensively. I think he should be starting round 1. But as I said, I would not shock me to see maybe down the line, if he's not quite hitting form, Roger moves back into the centers. Maybe you get AKP going to the wing. You've got guys like Ali Leitauer there as well. It's stacked. You've got Rocco Berry there as well. He's been through a lot of injury, but he's so talented. And he's not in my 17. But he's just a bit injury prone. But if he's healthy, get him in there. He's talented as well. So my centers are CNK and Adam Pompey. If we're going into the halves, I've seen a couple predictions that have Tamari Martin starting there at 6. I really like Chanel at the 6, man. I really do like Chanel. I thought he worked really well with Metcalf last year in the halves there. I've got Tamari still in my 17, just coming off the bench. But I thought Chanel and Luke Metcalf are still earning their spot in the halves there. Yet to see how we go in 2026. I think in round 1, they should be starting with Harris DeVita at the 6th position there. Of course, your 7, Luke Metcalf, one of my favourite players going around. Absolute love Lukey, coming off a knee injury from this year. Huge loss. I get it. He's injury prone. Holy hell, he was literally leading the Dally M's before he got injured. I think if he stayed healthy, he would have won the Dally M's as well. The ceiling is sky high for this bloke. And I really do think he can take us to some special places for the Warriors there. Without a doubt, the starting 7 for Metcalf. First year at 7 as well this year as well. And I get it, he shit the bed in Vegas, but holy hell, his running game is still elite for a 7 as well. Really scored some good tries. Your forward pack, one of the best forward packs going around. Absolutely immense, right? James Fisher-Harris, the captain as well. Second year with the Warriors. He's going to be immense for this Warriors team. Obviously started for the Kiwis as well with Moses Leota. The other forward is Mitchell Barnett, coming off an ACL injury, but a guy who's played Origin. A guy who probably would have started in the Australian team or been very close in the Ashes this year if not for that injury. One of the best forward packs going around. Absolute keen as mustard for these two to get back on the field together, to get that 1-2 punch for the Warriors starting in 2026 to start our games. Absolutely love these two. Absolutely love it. In your hooker, without a doubt, Wade Egan is starting. Such a key, elusive part of this attack. If he can stay not concussed, because holy hell, he loves a HIA and a head knock. He is such an integral part to this Warriors attack. Just that little bit of a dart at that dummy half or that quick ball. He works really well with Harris DeVita and works really well with Metcalf as well. I think he can have a really good connection with Torpicky as well. Absolutely love Wade Egan there as well. He's not a guy that's going to play 80 minutes. So you do need that guy who can come off and potentially play that 9 role for him as well. But I do have Wade Egan there coming in, starting, of course. Your edges. So your edges. One of the breakout rookies of the year. I thought he could have got rookie of the year this year. Could be biased. I've got Leka on the right edge there. How can you go against Leka Halasima? He's just going to be an absolute star talent of this NRL. In my opinion, I think he's signed on for the next sort of 3 or 4 years as well, which is super exciting for the Warriors. An absolute beast, right? Literally a beast. Like, scored one of the most absurd game-winning tries against Newcastle, individual efforts. He is just he's got the speed, he's got footwork. So for an edge rower of his size, he's got such good speed, such good footwork. He can break the line so easily. I remember that solo try he scored against the Tigers as well. 80 meters, backed himself, stepped the fullback as well. Unreal what he can do when he's on the field there. I think he deserves a starting spot heading into 2026. And my other one, veteran Kurt Capel there as well. Again, he's lost a little bit of pace, but he is such a good leader as well. Really good serve offloads as well. Really good on defense, I think, as well. But as I said, I do know he's lost a bit of pace. And then Dally M block of the year, without a doubt, Aaron Clark coming in, starting in at the lock. Holy hell, one of the signings of the year, if not the signing of the year in the whole of the NRL for 2025. Aaron Clark came out of absolute nowhere. Couldn't do shit at the times, couldn't get a good opportunity, gets his opportunity at the Warriors, and oh my god, he turns into an absolute weapon. 60, 65, 70 minutes a game. Runs for nearly 200 meters a game. Offloads, everything that you want sort of in that forward/lock role. Absolutely love Aaron Clark. He fully deserves to start in this role once again. And then the interchange. At the 14 role, I've gone with Tamare Martin there. A guy who can play. He can play 6 if he wants. He can play 9. Maybe you bring Wade Egan off. Maybe you put Tamare Martin at 6 and move Harris Tavia to 9. Kind of interesting. Obviously, I'm kind of thinking Wade Egan plays 65 minutes, maybe even 70. So you only have maybe 5 to 7 minutes either side of halftime where you're just playing that guy at number 9. Start Wade Egan for the first 30 to 35, bring him off. And then bring him on for that last 30 and can really use his pace there. Still got Tamari Martin there. Really do like Tamari Martin there at that 14. As I said, if someone gets injured, you've got Sam Healy there who can come on. He's really awesome there as well. You 2 or 3. I got a 3 forward bench here. So Jackson's forward. Look, honestly, when he starts on that edge, he's in the middle, I reckon. He's got to be in the middle. I think he's got to come on for a Mitch Barnett or a Fisher Harris. After 25, 30 minutes, I think he's a middle player. Just don't let him have these offloads. Doesn't need to run these direct lines for an edge rower. Just get him in the middle where he doesn't have to do anything special, but his work rate is absolutely awesome. He had some cracking games last year. His main thing is keeping errors off the board. And I think that happens if you get him in the middle where he just has to get his runs in, get the good meterage, and make his tackles, avoid the errors. Don't let him do any of this, like running through the edges. Leave that to sort of Lecker. You got Nia Corey there. He can break the line as well. That's my next player, Nia Corey, coming off the bench. Maybe for a Kurt Capewell. Really handy guy to have coming off the bench, right? Guy who can break the line really easily. Been in the NRL quite a while now. He is really immense. So got Murata Niokore in the 16 jersey. And then 17, holy dooly, this guy got better and better and better every game. Managed to get his start near the end of the season when Barnett went down, and that is Dimitri Val-Munga. He is becoming one of my favorite players as well for the Warriors. He is getting better, I said, better and better every game, every year. I think he still deserves his opportunity to be in the 17. As I said, when he started games near the end of this year, he took his opportunity with both hands. He was absolutely unreal. Scored a couple of tries as well. I think he scored a try against the Sharkies. He came off the bench. He outran Will Kennedy at fullback. It was like, what are you doing there? But he is so fit. He is so fast for a forward as well. I think he really deserves his opportunity to start there off the bench, but in that 17th there. Looking at the rest of the squad, as I said, really happy with it. I think it's really deep. You've got guys like Tanner Boyd, who played the rest of the season this year, played that finals game. Look, he's been there, done that. His kicking game is quite solid. He just didn't quite produce enough for the Warriors to have success. You got Ali Leatawa, a really talented center, guy who started in the centers this year and then just kind of faded off. If he can get it going, if he comes in fit, holy hell, he can break this competition open again. Eddie Eremia Toyava, really talented player. Morgan Gannon, as I said, a signing from England. He's not even in my starting 17 yet. I think get him blooded in a few New South Wales Cup game, get him used to that sort of pace over here, then get him slow into NRL, maybe coming off the bench if like a Niokore gets injured or something like that. Sam Healy, again, really good like replacement to have. Maybe he's the 14 in the future. Injuries are going to happen, right? I think he obviously gets his opportunity coming into that 14 role. I remember his debut at Magic Round. I was really impressed with it. He started a couple of games as well. Really happy with Sam Healy. Jacob Laban, we're talking about, I've mentioned 22 other players, and Jacob Laban hardly even makes the list. But Jacob Laban, one of the most up-and-coming talents in the NRL, he signed on for the next few years with Lecker as well. I literally compare him to Lecker and Vaimunga as talent-wise. If he can get more opportunity, oh my gosh, he is so freaking talented, Jacob Laban. Cannot wait for him to get his proper opportunity. Rocco Berry, he was literally starting games for the Warriors this year, scoring tries. No one even batted an eye and be like, nah, he doesn't fit there. He completely fits in a starting center role in the NRL. It's just we have C&K there for me, and you've got Adam Pompey there as well. You've got so many other players there as well, ready for opportunity. But I said Rocket Berry has his opportunity and he's healthy. Get him in there. He is absolutely awesome player in my opinion. Tanner Stalvers-Smith, like, few games for the Warriors this year off the bench. Absolutely immense. Gets in, gets his job done. He is absolutely immense forward-wise, like, for meterage. Absolutely love Tanner. Hopefully he gets more opportunity this year as well. And as I said, Hazen Mellors and AKP, literally the round out. I've named 25 other players before these two guys, and you still got these two guys, Hazen Mellors and AKP, ready to go in the squad. If something happens at DWZ or the form's just not there, maybe you want to drop Adam Pompey, maybe you don't like C&K there, and you put Roger in the centers, or you get Leitao in there, and then you get AKP in there. The sky is the limit, I think, for this Warriors team. The depth in this backline, I think, is crazy. If Luke Metcalf can stay healthy, if Mitch Barnett can stay healthy, and his forwards can stay healthy, don't want to be biased. I'm definitely optimistic about this Warriors team. Would not surprise me to see them hunting for the top 4 again, like we did this year. I think if Barnett and Metcalf stay healthy, we get close to top 2, even if not the minor premiership. So I think we'll host another final this year, which is really exciting. But I think the sky is honestly the limit for this Warriors team this year. Looking at their draw as well, they've got a pretty relatively easy draw, apart from all the travel. But we've got, 11 home games in New Zealand. The other one is Magic Round. So 9 are in Auckland. We take 1 to Christchurch and 1 to Wellington on Anzac Day. 4 on Friday, 5 Saturday, and 2 of those on Sunday. We do not have a 5-day turnaround as well. We do have the biggest travel distance, as I said, in the NRL, apart from your Vegas teams. A lot of travel to and from New Zealand, right to your Sydney, Brisbane's, that sort of thing. We have a really favourable draw to start the season off. We have 3 of our first 4 games are at home. We start the season off against the Roosters and the Raiders at home. Then we travel away to Newcastle. Then we go back home to the Tigers. If we're strong at home, we could literally be starting the season 3-1, 4-0. There's absolutely no reason why. We only have to play Broncos, Sharks, and the Panthers twice, which is really cool. And then we play teams like the Titans, the Knights, Dragons, Dolphins, and Tigers twice. A lot of that bottom 4 we play twice, so a lot of winnable games there. We don't have a bye until round 10. We have all our byes in quite quick, like in a quite tight-knit sort of schedule. Round 10, round 14, and round 18. So in the Origin period, we don't have too many Origin players though, so not the best bye schedule, but it's okay. The only big downside is we played the Broncos, the Premiers, twice at Suncorp, so we do play them as a home game at Magic Round, which is a bit annoying. And we just have 1 3-game road trip, so only on the road once away from home, and one of those is Magic Round. So it's technically a home game. We will have a lot of home fans there, but most of the other time we have 2 games on the road and then we go back home. So really favourable draw for the Warriors this year. I get it. They are my team, but I am optimistic about this team. I tried to be so unbiased in regards to doing this. I said do have them finishing 6th on the ladder this year. Can they miss the 8? 100%. I think injuries would have to happen for that to happen. But can I see them finishing top 4? 100%. I just think the top 4 is stacked this year team-wise. But sky's the limit, I think, for this Warriors team. Really like where Andrew Webster is taking this team as well. But that will do it for my Warriors season preview for 2026. Up the Waz, baby. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this a massive like on YouTube, Spotify, follow Spotify, subscribe to the channel as well. Nearly at 50 subscribers to finish off the year as well. Started the channel 3-4 months ago, absolutely loving it. Remember to follow all my socials, all at Squishy Sports as well. Really be building a good following there as well. So I really do appreciate everyone that does listen. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and cheers.